Hey guys, talking about this little azzuno, little 200 amp multi-process welder, giving a quick review on the thing. Overall, it's a pretty cool little machine. I mean, as far as what you're spending on this thing, you really you can't get anything else in the price range. I've noticed a couple things though. I personally just use it for MIG welding and that process. I've had fairly decent luck when it comes to flux. It seems very responsive and it does what it needs to do. What I've noticed when I'm using the gas tank on it, right, is I'm getting pretty good welding and consistency when it comes to smaller amperages and smaller thicknesses. And then I'm getting pretty good results when it comes to bigger amperages and bigger thicknesses. But when I get something that's kind of the in-between, as soon as I get it hot enough to kind of start melting, the bead becomes a little bit uncontrollable and a little inconsistent. But if it's not hot enough, then it kind of stacks up and kind of builds up and doesn't lay like a nice profile. I'll show you a couple here, just messing with all the different settings on it. I could get a couple that laid pretty nice, but it took me a while to kind of figure out the settings. Most of them at the beginning kind of look like this with that really high little profile here. So just something if you're considering it. Really good machine for entry level and using flux core and doing gates and little projects. But if you're going to do a little bit more professional stuff and use the tank, you might want to consider some of the things you're working on. Now, I can't speak towards the arc or the TIG setting. I haven't used it yet for that, but great machine for the price. But yeah, if you guys want to do something a little more consistent with MIG and like mid-range thicknesses, under quarter inch thick steel, then yeah, it may not be your best bet.